Hello everyone, Seago here, and I got the 7.3 Blood Death Knight guide here for you. Couple quick things. This is a quicker guide, so I'm not going to go into explain what every ability is and stuff like that, and I'm not also going to explain what to put it, like which way to put your artifact points into. Once you hit level 110, you get base level 40 artifact research now, so you'll pretty much instantly fill out that sucker. Anyway, let's get started here. With 7.3, nothing much has changed about Blood Death Knights. They're still really good. They're the best self-healing tanks out there right now. Sorry, Demon Hunters, but it's just true. They're the top 3 tanks. They're probably number 3. Brewmaster and Druids are still the top 2. And yeah, that's about it for that start. So let's go. I'm gonna take a look at your stats, your talents. Then we're going to look at your rotation really quick. Again, this is a quicker guide, especially since not much has changed for Blood Death Knights. Let's get rid of the quest journal here. You don't need to see all the quests I still have. Anyway, let's get started with your stats. There's a couple ways to build a Blood Death Knight. You have the survivability stats, which is strength, haste, versatility, mastery, critical strike. Now, for haste, this goes for all 3 ways you could build this. You want it above 30%. If it's below 30%, the spec feels kind of clunky at times. Especially since you're not generating your runes fast enough, it just feels really slow and it's bad. 30 is the baseline, but you're always going to want more haste. I see a lot of tanks running 38% or above, or 40. I wish I was there. I'm not there yet. Also, remember your Morrowind, which gives you the bone shield charges, also increases your haste by 10%. That's also another reason why you want to get your haste up. For a DPS build, it'd be more strength, haste, critical strike, versatility, mastery. And the reason why mastery is dead less because all it pretty much does, it gives you attack power, but it's mainly used for, it gives you like a absorb shield that stops physical damage, which is nice on fights like KJ, but that's about it. A hybrid build, it just kind of keep them kind of equal, kind of like what I have right now. I don't really want to go for a hybrid build. Right now, since we're still progressing and KJ is I hate KJ. I probably want more mastery, probably more verse, and I definitely need more haste on my gear, that's for sure. But that's it for stats. I think for most people, you should probably go survivability, especially if you're progressing. And if you're new. If you're new, go survivability. Don't think that you're going to be this awesome tank at the start. Just learn the class and learn to survive. That's what I have to say about that. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at talents. Now, talents... There's a couple ways you could build this, but first I'm going to show you the main build, which is up on the screen right now. The main build you'll see in most raids, most blood DKs, is Blood Drinker, Rapid Decomposition, Ossuary, Red Thirst, Titanium Grasp, Foul Bulwark, and Blood Mare. Pretty standard build you'll see most of the time in a raid. Now you can change this up a little bit. For your level 56 talents, I like going Heartbreaker. Mainly because I already have a mini Blood Drinker in Leviathan's Hunger, which drops off Mistress Sasthine. I probably didn't say your name right, but... So I already technically have a Blood Drinker on my hands. I mean, sure, this is a 30-second cooldown, but I hate that you can't do damage. You can't use your Morrowind or your Death Strike or anything like that. Well, it's... I just don't like it, personally, but it's a way to go. I don't use it, but it's definitely a way to go. For level 57, you can also change this. This is Rapid Decomposition is more DPS, but Spectral Deflection is more survivability. You'll use this more for fights that do a lot of damage, like Kill Jaden. I'm using this on Kill Jaden because he does do a lot of damage, and he hurts a lot. Other than that, you're at level 90. Rune Tap is also a good one to reduce damage. But if you have the legendary rune, I have it right here. Soul of the Death Lord, you can pretty much have Rune Tap and Foul Bulwark, which is nice. That rune you use for Kill Jaden a lot, especially on Mythic difficulty. That was a car or motorcycle going by. At level 100, it's usually Blood Mirror, or if you're doing Mythic Plus, it's Bone Storm. If you're a newer tank and you're not comfortable with your tanking yet, Purgatory is not a bad option. You can use it. It's, especially if you're still getting the hang of tanking. But that's about all the builds there is, so let's go ahead and look at your rotation. Oh, don't look at my bags. They're ugly. For rotation, I'm going to just go ahead and talk about it real quick, then I'll show it. So before the pull, you want to use your Potion of the Prolonged Power, which just increases all stats by 2,500 for a minute. Then you want to go Dancing Rune Weapon. I use this as a DPS cooldown. I'm pretty sure most tanks do anyway. It also increases parry by 40%, but I like using it as a DPS cooldown. Mainly because once you use that, then use Morrowind, it automatically gives you 10 stacks of Bone Shield. And with Morrowind and Bone Shield, you want to keep Bone Shield charges up above 6. Especially if you're running Foul Bulwark, because Bone Shield charges increases your health. So I'll do Pre-Pot, Dancing Rune Weapon, Morrowind. Then I'll do Blood Boil. And since I have the 2 set from Tomb of Sargeras, which I didn't talk about, but you want at least the 2 set from Tomb of Sargeras right now. Not gonna talk about the Tear set from the new raid because it's not out. It's probably not gonna come out till next patch, so I'll make a video then for next patch. But Blood Boil grants you Grave Warden for 10 seconds, increasing your versatility by 2,500. So I Blood Boil there, and I give extra versatility. Then I'll just Death Strike until I'm almost Rune Cap. Then I'll spend it on Death Strike. Also use Consumption, your artifact weapon ability, on cooldown whenever it's up. It doesn't heal that much, so there's no reason to save it. For AoE fights, just go ahead and cast Death and Decay whenever. But on solo fights, wait until you get the proc to just insta-cast, make it a free cast pretty much. So again, just to talk about one more time. Pre-Pot, Dancing Rune Weapon, Morrowind, I'll Blood Boil. I'll probably Blood Boil twice because it's a short cooldown. Death and Decay if I have a free proc on single target. Hard Strike until either run out of runes or I'm at full runic power, and then I'll just Death Strike. Word of warning, if you will. You kind of want to save, like, especially when you know the boss is about to hit you hard, save those Death Strikes. I mean, you also have Vamp Blood, and you do generate runic power really fast. But let's go ahead and show you this in action. So, Pre-Pot, Rune Weapon, I Morrowind, Blood Boil. I'll probably Blood Boil twice. And Hearth Strike, Hard Strike, Hard Strike. Use Consumption if I don't forget it. I got my Pre-Pot there. I do that. Hard Strike. Then I just start Death Striking. And just make sure you keep your Bone Shield charges up. Get a weak aura to show you that they're up. And then it's pretty much simple after that. It's more like make sure you're using your Blood Boils. And that's about it. For your tanking survival cooldowns, I can't tell you when to exactly use, because every fight's different, right? But you do have Vampiric Blood, you do have Icebound Fortitude, you have Blood Mirror, and if you have the Trinket, you have Leviathan's Hunger, or you have Blood Drinker, or you have Rune Tap. You have a lot of options. I can't tell you when to use them. Every fight's different, so you have to go research the fights and know when to use them. One fight I can certainly tell you is Kill Jaden. If you're having troubles with Kill Jaden on like heroic and even normal, for Fell Claws you want to save your Vampiric Blood for the third one. I usually save it till the third one, then I use it because the last two really hurt and it sucks, but that's about it. Icebound, I also Ice Bound is difficult to say on Kill Jaden. I usually use that when I have no other abilities up. Blood Drinker or Blood Mirror I like to use when on Kill Jaden when he's using Fell Claws, because it also does damage back to him too, so which is nice. But let's go ahead and talk about, I forgot to talk about legendaries. Legendaries are also important. So your best legendaries, Service of Gorfing is a great one because it reduces vampiric blood every time you use Heart Strike. Let's see. The shoulders are good because if you get the shoulders, you're gonna pretty much out healing the healers, which is funny in itself. Wrists are also a really good one because it refunds. It will always refund 15% of the rune power if it heals you more for 10%, but you're always gonna heal more than 10% of your health. I almost said damage, that's why I got confused there for a second. But wrists are really good. Suffuse is really good for mythics. Solid the Float, like I talked before, is really good for like Kill Jaden. Trinket is good for survivability. That one's decent. The new one that came out for 7.3, don't know yet. Probably never gonna use it. But those are probably your best ones. Again, it'd be like waist, wrists, shoulders, this finger or that finger. And yeah, I think that's going to be probably about it. The other ones are decent if you get them. I wouldn't say they're terrible. It's just there are better ones out there. And for your tier set, I would just go like I was like the reason why I have 3 because I was thinking about going 4-piece because I do have it and I haven't really changed it up yet. But there's better pieces of gear that I could use that have better stats on them. And plus, I think with the new tier coming out, I'll probably go 4-set on that because it does all inflict your dancing rune weapon, which is really, really nice. So I think I might go that. And one more thing to talk about is the Netherlight Crucible. This is the first week of 7.3, so we don't have the Crucible given to us yet. But what I will say is try to go for the trades that give you haste and or versatility. And I would even say try and get the trade. Like I didn't play much with the PTR, but I saw, but I'm pretty sure like there's traits that will affect your abilities. So try to go ones that like take effect of like vampiric blood, or if you find ones that do a lot more damage, like if you find one that Death Strike kills more, take the Death Strike one. Or if you're just finding damage ones, just take the damage ones. The traits and stuff are random, so I'm not really sure how to do a guide for that yet. But once it comes out and I figure all that out, I will try and get a guide up for the Netherlight Crucible. But until then, find the haste, the versatility or mastery stats. I think usually those traits with stats on them usually have 2 stats on them. So always try and find, if they has haste, you're going to do fine. But again, it's all random, so I'll figure that all out once you get back to you. But again, haste, traits that affect like vampiric blood or dancing rune weapon would be great too. But I think that's going to do it for this video. I hope you like it. I'm still learning how to do these videos. Just trial and error, definitely. Please like, subscribe, all that stuff. Please comment below. Tell me what should I improve on. Again, still a learning process. Still, I like doing these quicker, dirtier guides, but that's going to do it for me. I hope this guide is helpful, and I hope it helps you improve on your blood decay. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.